Welcome to the Ann Lynn Show. On today's show, we welcome Glenda of Grace and Fire. Oh, and Glenda is so busy on her channel. She has been showing us her soap making. She's an upcycler, a recycler, an avid gardener, a woodworker, and a chicken mama. But first, here are Ann and Lynn. Here we go! Woohoo! Woohoo! Get your rock on. It's the Ann Lynn Show. Hello, Miss Kay. I've missed you. Woohoo! Are you ready?
I'm awake.
Alive. Are you ready? Are you alive, Lynn?
I'm alive.
Woohoo!
Alive.
We're here, and we are here today again on a Wednesday at 2 p.m.
We're together again.
Yes, we are, and I want to say hello to everyone in
Chat.
the chat. Yes.
Give a shout out.
Okay. I want to say hello to the Major. Are you ready, Lynn? Are you ready?
Oh,
Are you ready? Okay,
sorry, Major. Hang on, Major. Okay.
Ready. Here we go. Salute to the Major. Hello, Major, who is going to be our guest next week. You're going to want to stay and watch near the end of the show when we show his promotion video. Yes. And I want to say hello to Miss Kay. I have missed you.
Miss Kay.
Black's Tropical. Hello.
Hey,
Frog Crochet. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Frog Crochet. And then we have Green Granny 2. Huh?
Oh, and Barefoot Last. Oh,
Barefoot Last.
Lisa R. Ho.
Lisa. Oh, Lisa went live for the first time the other day. And she did wonderful.
Hey, I got an old Southern expression.
Okay.
It blessed me out of my socks. Actually, I'm taking my socks off.
Oh,
I'm hot.
Oh, well, it's cold. I've been cold today, but I've got it nice and warm up here. Lynn called me this morning and was like, "Are you excited? It's going to be like 70 degrees here." And I was like, "No, I'm not excited. We're going to get an inch of snow tonight." No, I'm not excited. So,
we've got so many joining us, Marie.
Oh, let's see. I'm gonna go back and check the chat real quick. I don't want to miss anybody.
We have a homestead in here.
Okay, Huga. I said it right. Huga Homestead.
Yes.
Welcome. So glad that you're here today.
I think we have some others here that are watching.
Yes.
They've not logged in.
Helen is here. Oh, Helen. Yeah. We appreciate you being here, Helen.
Absolutely. I have some friends that I think are watching, and they're not logged
Hello, friends.
Hello.
Hello, friends.
Good friends are here.
Yeah. So anyhow, we're gonna have a good show. Hey, we got a Granny Clink in. Are you ready?
Oh, I have my
got your mug. We're still gonna do a contest for a mug. We've both been busy as hound dogs, huh?
You've got to put in there what they're gonna name the Ann Lynn people who hang out together.
Yeah, what are we? Are we? I know I've heard like, are we the granny bunch or a bunch of grannies? Who are we? Other channels have a little catchy name for the people that that hang out in their chat and stuff, and so we're looking for a catchy name, like that. So you could, maybe you're the Ann Lynners. Something like that,
The Over the Hill Gang.
The Over the Hill Gang, yeah.
Okay, let's click. It's getting heavy.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, clinking!
Yes.
Yay! So anyhow, we are going to do that eventually. So hang in there with us because,
Oh,
you know,
Miss Kay. Bless you. She's an Ann Linner.
she's an Ann Linner. Yeah, we may have to do that. I don't know. But today we are going to welcome
oh,
one of our moderators,
yes.
and she has started her own channel, and she really has a story to tell. Glenda has started Grace and Fire, and she, as you know or may not know, she is my daughter. And she is an urban homesteader with chickens, and she grows crops, little vegetables and stuff, lots of vegetables
Oh,
actually.
yes.
And
Yeah.
she builds furniture, she
Yeah.
does make soap, she does all kinds of stuff. She's busy all the time, and that's what you see the most of. But today you're going to see a more of a personal
Yes.
side tour, and it's something that has affected, I mean, her and profoundly, of course, but also, I mean, as a mother, and an aunt, it's affected our entire family.
Yes.
But she is a strong woman. Man, I build them strong. And so I'm gonna bring I build them strong, and and so gonna bring her in right now, and here
All right.
comes Glenda from Grace and
Grace and Fire.
Fire. Woohoo! There she
Yes.
is. Mwah, my baby. Mwah, my baby
Glenda.
girl.
And
She's my baby too.
Yeah. Lynn told me one time, "Are you sure she's not my daughter?" And I was like, "Oh,
She is so much me. We are so much alike.
Well, you guys are quite a bit alike.
oh my goodness. Well, before I get started, I want to clink in.
Yes.
All right.
But I want to clink in from Miss Tweety and Coco.
Woohoo!
Clink,
Clink. So
clink.
you got an egg today,
I
a
don't
beautiful blue egg.
Yeah.
Well, it's more green, but I think on the screen it's showing up as blue. But the last time I was on the Ann Lynn show, Coco was broody, and I went out to go check on the chickens, and sure enough, guess who's broody today? And she has not been broody this entire winter. And
so explain what being broody is.
Right.
So basically, in a nutshell, she wants to be a mom. So she will lay on her eggs until they hatch.
There's nothing better than being a mother, right?
No, there really isn't. And I have 2 hens that are broody mamas, and so Coco is one. The other one is Midnight. And little Miss Coco is sitting out in that nest right now. We don't have a rooster, so they're not fertilized. So unfortunately, she'll be entering the broody breaker, or broody jail, as we like to say, later tonight.
She's going to broody jail.
Oh, broody jail.
Poor baby chicken.
I want to say that Glenda shares they share their eggs with cameraman and I, and also yesterday I had an opportunity to take your great uncle and your great aunt.
No, what? My uncle.
Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. Yeah, your uncle and your aunt.
Wrong generation. Although we're getting near to having a 5th generation, but this summer, so we're getting there.
Oh yeah,
but not yet. So
anyway, they loved the eggs.
Good.
Oh yeah, fresh
beautiful.
Eggs.
I opened them up. It's like, how beautiful are they? So,
they're fabulous.
I'm glad to hear that. They're in full production right now.
Before you start today, I do want to tell you, because Glenda will appreciate this. I did get my allergy shots, and then I had blood taken today, and I went to two Goodwills.
Oh wow! I found one, but it's an hour away.
Oh.
So I am making plans to figure out, because Oh my goodness, you guys. Our gas went to $3.99 today. So
Oh
we
my.
Oh gosh.
so the Goodwill's an hour away. So I've got to figure out how I can like
Yes.
do it and do some other things and make
Right.
a run of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Yes.
and that's
Yes.
what we've had to do before in the past. And
Oh,
so
we've done it.
yeah, you just got to be a little, plan it out. You're going to go here, 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 and make the most of your gas money.
Right. You sure
So
do. You sure
that's
do.
the way it is right now. At
So
least we are, we're doing well. We're
I
doing well.
I
So
found the top.
you found a top
Yeah,
at
it's in
Goodwill?
the yes in the wash machine right now.
Oh, well, how about that? Yeah, there's none here I have to go to
Oh,
Pennsylvania. So
oh, I know whose area that is, don't I, Miss Barefoot?
So that's it's not it's but it's still far away. But yeah, but anywho, it's on my
Anyway,
to-do list. I've been like looking and searching out new things to find. But we want to talk about Glenda and
yes.
why she's here today and oh my goodness, we have like a lot of information to go over. What do you want to start with?
Well, I mean, we know that I am a chicken keeper, so I've just shared that I have 12 hens. So that's what a lot of people know about me.
12?
And or sorry, well, no, not 12. I'm sorry. I have 9. I didn't I want some more though.
You want more. She's dreaming. So you ordered 8,
I
right?
ordered I ordered 9, but I wanted 8 and chicken. Yeah, I didn't know
I thought you ordered 8 and they gave you an extra one.
No, I didn't know what meal maker meant at checkout from Meyer.
Oh.
I ordered from Meyer Hatchery out of Ohio. And when I got to checkout, new chicken keeper mess up, I didn't know what it meant. And so I clicked meal maker thinking it was food for the chickens because I was ordering for the chickens as well. So I thought this meant food, meal maker. That sounds like food, right?
Yeah,
Right.
fun.
So when I got the chickens, I looked in the little box and I'm like, wait a minute, there's an extra chick. Well, it took me 4 weeks to figure out why I had a ninth chicken. And I went back to the website and kind of was playing around and I found a program called Meal Maker. And I realized that it meant that either you donate the meat of the bird or the eggs to somebody in need in your community or in your family members. Well, I knew I was already going to be sharing eggs anyhow. So, I didn't feel bad about clicking that wrong. You know what I mean? So, but that's what it means. And our meal maker is Minnie because she's our white rock. If you take a look and you go back to my videos, you'll see that I have a couple of Easter eggers. I have 3 Green Queen Easter eggers, which is an exclusive breed to Meyer Hatchery, that's what this is. Oh, hey, that actually, well, no, that kind of looks more green back here. Maybe if I move
Yeah,
it.
it looks more green. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a Green Queen egg right here.
Okay.
And actually, I know this is Tweety's because she lays more narrow. Anyhow, then I have 3 Black Australorps, and then there's this White Rock, and she's the odd out. So she's my meal maker. So yeah,
So she either gives eggs or she's the meal.
she's actually a dual purpose bird.
Yeah.
And they look at your order and they determine if you have all hens, they will send you a hen, just in case that you were getting, for egg purposes. If you're doing a straight run, which means basically you could get roosters and hens, then they'll just give you a straight run. They won't sex it. Or if you're getting all roos, then they'll give you a rooster as well. Like they do check. They're responsible with how that they do this meal maker program. You can go to their website, and I'm not affiliated with Meyer Hatchery, but if Meyer Hatchery is listening, I could use some hens.
Well, you should hashtag Meyer Hatchery on your videos.
No, I should.
See if you get some attention from them.
I should.
Yeah, you should.
We visited my father-in-law last summer, and on my way home, we went out to the hatchery, stopped, and I bought some things, not chicks, but I stopped off and and I wanted to see where the girls came from. And it's a nice place in the middle of Amish country. So
Beautiful then. Beautiful
Beautiful
countryside.
area.
Yeah,
Mhm.
beautiful area.
very, very nice hatchery. I was very impressed by the facility. So I can say I've been there, and I plan on making a stop the next time. Maybe that at that point I'll pick up chicks on my way home. They're several hours from my house, so it would be a stop on my way home. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe even to visit Mama.
Yes, come see your mama.
Oh yeah.
Come see mama. I'm trying to get my kids to come and see me is like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
So, but they all have busy lives, and you have a very busy life.
I do. So I'm also a caregiver. I did a little bit of a lead on to my channel is to that, and I'm not a what they call a paid caregiver, meaning it's not my profession to be a caregiver. I don't work for a company as a caregiver. There are caregivers who volunteer their time or who are family caregivers, which is what I actually am. I'm a family caregiver. And then there are your professional ones. I fell into the family caregiver because of the fact that I'm a caregiver for my husband, who was injured. He was in the service and was injured in the line of duty overseas, and it was not something that we ever thought that would ever happen. I was whenever my husband was on active duty, I was what was called a key spouse, which meant that I took care of other military spouses, and while their loved ones were deployed, I checked in on them and made sure everything was running just fine. And in my training to become a key spouse, I also worked for the commander too as a volunteer. This is all a volunteer position. And I'd also call like the families that, like if they didn't have a spouse, I'd call the parents to make sure that they were hearing from their children. So if you ever get a call from a key spouse and you have a son or daughter in the military, don't always think the bad, anything bad. Right? That might be a key spouse reaching out to you just to make sure that you're actually hearing from your child. Because that's actually what I did when my husband was in the service. Well, anyhow, during my training, they taught me, what would happen if, like, what we would do for a military family if, like, a new baby came in, like how we would help the new mother, bring them baby gifts and, support them, find the resources and food and, because we're often away from our families at home. So how would the unit come together and volunteer to support that new mom? Or if they're coming in to a new location, how would we welcome them into a new location? If there was unfortunately, if there was a death, how would we support that death with a service number? And then I knew all the details of how that goes down. And I'm not going to go into that here publicly, but I can tell you exactly the procedure for that. But one thing that they don't teach you as a key spouse is what happens if your service member comes home and they're injured. Yeah. And that's what happened with me. And I was a key spouse. I was trained on all these things. And the one thing was, what happens when they come home and they're injured? And so it was a real rocky start to my caregiving journey because I really didn't have the resources back then. And a lot of things were taboo. Plus, I was raising a family at that time. My kids were little. And I didn't know who to turn to. There wasn't anything for them as well. And they, how do you tell your kids this stuff and how do you help them cope? It's really difficult. And how do you manage this? So ultimately, he ended up having to go through a medical board to determine what was going to happen with his career. And he was so injured that he couldn't do it. And I had to be right there to guide him through this, because not just as a spouse, but as a caregiver, to really just kind of oversee all this documentation being thrown at him at once, and he couldn't think, and really just stand by his side as this transition phase was going on and a medical board was happening. And it was just a lot. It was just a lot. Ultimately, they medically retired him out of the service, and we moved home. And then I was thrust into a VA system with him, and there's no manual. It's like, welcome to the VA. And you think going from the military system into the VA system that the systems would talk to each other, and they don't. It's completely far out, right?
Yeah.
And it was so daunting. And then to pick the kids up and move them into communities that don't understand them and understand where they're coming from was frustrating. All of this was going on, and there was no support for me as a caregiver. Thankfully, I had Anne and Lynn and then the rest of the family supporting, but from the military perspective, from the VA perspective, there was hardly anything. I mean, there was no research at that time when I first became a caregiver on, what it meant to be one, no resources to reach out to. There was nothing. There was just, here you go,
Well, Glenda, Frog Crochet said, my sister's husband is on deployment right now. How can I help her with him being gone? So
I think absolutely that is, I'll tell you what, I don't know how close you are to your sister.
Mean physically?
Physically, if you are physically close by, meals are a great thing. Just being an ear to listen without judgment, because those deployments are mentally challenging, and it's quick to judge, and it's, people are, oh, you know what you signed up for, is a common thing that is being said to military spouses. That's one of the worst things to say to a military spouse, because an accident or death can happen with somebody working at a factory job as well. You wouldn't say that to somebody who's working at a factory here in the United States. So, so there's a separation. I see that in Oklahoma and in Virginia. Okay. So, I think just sitting on the phone and just letting her rant. Maybe I love how that gift cards are a great thing. Pay for a meal, send her a meal, a pizza, or maybe dinner to Olive Garden or something. A gift card would be a wonderful thing. Little box, maybe send her a box of, like, if she's into Bath and Body Works, just a little pamper box might be, just something, hey, I'm thinking of you. It doesn't have to be something expensive. I'm just find something that she's into and just say, hey, I want to spoil you. I know you're going through this. I'm thinking of you. If there's children involved, sometimes something that's specific to those kids, maybe like if like there's a golf course, or not a golf course, like a putt-putt place, maybe a gift card to putt-putt. The family can go out and have a day for putt-putt. That's an idea, a day for maybe to go do games. That's something for sure. Also, make sure that they're tapping into their family support center at that base, because they do activities, or they used to do activities. So make sure they're tapping into the military supports, the family support centers on base. I don't know which branch, but your family support center is what you want to be looking into. That's also Military One Source. Tell her to check out Military One Source and to tap into that. So that's coming from a former key spouse. I highly recommend Military One Source. And I still recommend that. I have 3. So, yeah.
I thought maybe even an afternoon to a matinee, depending on the movie choices, obviously. But there are some G movies out there right now, and maybe a PG. And of course, we know above all to lift them up in prayer and keep them surrounded, and find scriptures that you can stand on for your sister and her family.
Absolutely. So if the service member is on active duty, just because she lives off base doesn't mean that she can't. Or even if there's a deployment situation, it doesn't matter. They can still receive services from from the family support centers. So definitely, I see the comment about lives off base. Yeah, still tap into that. That has nothing to do with being on base or off base. You can still tap into the family support centers. Tell her to find her closest one. I don't know where she's stationed at or where they're closest, but to tap into that. So I would definitely be looking into that and find out what resources are available. Let them know that, or tell her to say, my husband's deployed, what resources are available.
Yes.
Each base. Sometimes the local communities will they have a, not like where we were at our last one, even the one before, the local communities would donate funds for military families to go to the putt places. We went to baseball games. We went to an amusement park at one of our other locations as well. So yeah, so definitely have her tap into that. That's a really good resource. And Military One source, it's the number one, is one.
And that's just military, ONE?
Yeah, Military One source.
Military One source. Okay, probably.com, or just look it up there on the internet.
Yep, they'll have to submit documentation that they're affiliated with the military, but it's self-explanatory from there.
So, Glenda, you sent us some questions.
Absolutely.
And so, if you don't mind, Lynn, I'll start out with a couple of questions.
Absolutely.
And we'll get some answers. And then if anybody in the chat has a question, just get ready to put it in there.
Yeah.
So how did you react to the news that your husband was injured?
So I actually was in shock, and I was scared, and I wanted to get to him as fast as possible. I mean, it was, and it was very difficult because I couldn't get to him. I felt helpless because, you're sitting thousands of miles away and you can't get to him. And it was frustrating. And I actually didn't get to him until about 6 weeks later. That's how long it took. He was injured. So yeah, approximately 6 weeks. Yeah, it was heartbreaking. I mean, and then, at some points you weren't getting messages, not from him, but from other people. And it was hard.
Yeah, that first phone call to tell you that something went sideways. I think your first question is, is he alive? Right? That was that'd be like the first thing. And then, what is the, how bad, so then you kind of have to take that all in and get a hold of yourself, didn't you?
Well, my situation was that he was evacuated for something that I knew that he was okay. He was alive at, and once he got to another location, they ran more testing, and they found that he had an injury that went undiagnosed, and then it took a while, and then en route back home, he had heart problems, and they had to ground the plane in an ICU. And you were actually close to him, both of you, than I was. And I called and I said, I might need you to drive to him because they're not letting me leave to go to him.
Yes.
So it was a little different. So yeah.
Yeah, it was a struggle to get him home. Hey, hi, Free Handily. Hi, Nisi. Did we say hi to Marie earlier?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
All right. So anyhow, how long ago has that been? How long then did you find out? How long were you thrust into that caregiver? How long's it been?
So I became a caregiver in 2007, but I didn't identify as a caregiver until 2011. 10.
So there were some years in there that were very difficult.
I just identified as a spouse. I was first and foremost a spouse, and I took my vows until death do us part,
Yes.
which included injury and illness. And that's where I was at, was, this was
Right.
part of it, and I was a key spouse. And so I worked with the command. And so, I was just doing my job. It's kind of being the in-between person
Well,
Right.
at that time.
so is there a fine line between being a spouse and being a caregiver?
There is I think a finer line between being, and I feel like for me, I have to be very careful between being his mother. I don't want to be his mother. He had a really good mother who's
Yes.
no longer with us,
Yes.
but he had this incredible mother. And sometimes that can blur the lines between that and being caregiver, because sometimes you have to do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. But you're looking out for safety, you're looking out for best interest. And so I don't ever want to be his mother. Like, that is, I am his spouse.
Right. So you still have to. You still
all the time. You know what I mean?
Right. And you were raising children during
Yeah.
this time. And so
Yeah.
you had to take on pretty much the full responsibility of running the household, paying the bills,
I took on
everything, making sure everything about your home. And then you had to also take care of your husband,
Right. And I
which
tried letting him just making the decisions, but I was right up behind him going,
right,
you're not making sound ones,
right,
But
right.
he always was the head of our household, what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's
And I
hard.
wanted him to be the man, what I mean?
Right.
But it's really hard when they're injured and they're not making those.
Right.
It's
It just
hard. And I want him to. And we're, so we're in a better place now. But at the beginning, he's still, I'm not going to say he's better, but we're better at communicating. That took time of
yeah,
certain-
and you have shared with us some of the resources, and I've got them on screen. I've just got to share my screen,
All right.
and I think we will share some of these
So before we
resources.
get started, one of the things was that I want to just say this as well, is that in 2012, Senator Elizabeth Dole commissioned the RAND Corporation, which did a study on military and veteran caregivers. And it identified that there are 5.5 million military and veteran 5.5 million military and veteran caregivers, and we are in every city and state and Puerto Rico and all across, we're in everywhere. We're everywhere.
You're everywhere.
Everywhere. And what we're finding is that a lot of us have not identified as a caregiver. And the last I had heard was that less than a third of us are spouses. So I want you guys to keep that in mind as I'm sharing my journey. I am a former military spouse, but that doesn't mean that these veteran caregivers are spouses. Because unfortunately, the divorce rate is astronomical. It's very hard on a marriage. For me, it's, I married my best friend, and I love him, and we're going to stick this thing out. But you will not find a lot of us as caregivers or as spouses. There are mothers, brothers, sisters, friends, and a lot of children that are now caregivers. For their parents. Yeah. So before we get going on these resources, I just want to make sure that I said that.
So the first one we're going to talk about is Elizabeth Dole.
Yep.
And okay, let's bring her up.
Yep. So this is the Elizabeth Dole Foundation. And I like to send military and veteran caregivers to this page because of the sheer amount of research that her foundation has done. And keep going, and keep going. And your daughter's actually in that picture right there.
Right there. Yes.
I'm actually in that picture.
There's Elizabeth in green.
So up at the top. Okay, to your left.
There she is.
No.
No.
left, 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 left. No, you're going to the right. Yep. Oh, to your right just a little bit. My hair's kind of right. Keep going just a little bit. You're right there, right there, right there. You're on
You're way back in the back there.
right there. Yeah, that's me.
Cool.
So I like to send new caregivers there. It talks about our programs, the Hidden Heroes Initiative, the events that are going on. There's a focus on military and veteran caregivers. Let's see here. You can click on anything. We can talk about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Hidden Heroes.
So Senator Dole, the reason that she started the foundation is because when Bob was at Walter Reed, she actually met caregivers like myself. And she was seeing that we were lost and frustrated and we didn't have the resources we needed. And she knew she had to make a difference. And that is where it was birthed at. And actually this year is the 10th year of the foundation. And when I started with the foundation in 2014 as a fellow, what we saw was that, there was just no resources. And what I'm currently seeing now is that the nation is starting to hear our voices. And that, it's just been such an impact, both with the the lack of employment. People are now finding jobs to be able to be a caregiver and work as well. With the clergy, the churches the pastors are able to help these military caregivers in the churches. As far as there's a Hidden Heroes city, we're looking at the Hidden Heroes cities and counties. That is a focus to a promise that these cities and counties are going to help caregivers actually in the community who are feeling lost, to know where to go to for the resources and to support the caregivers. And as you can see on the map, each of those dots represents where there is a Hidden Heroes city or county, like each of the states. I can tell you that in Indiana there are 5. It doesn't show that there are 5 little dots, but we have more work to be done. It's still a work in progress. We want to see that whole thing dotted up. So that's a goal.
Absolutely.
Every city and county on board.
Okay. So let me see. We had another one.
And then Senator Dole's, that was her right there.
Yes.
And then actually, I want to read this. As of yesterday, I want to make sure I mention this. It's actually on the Facebook page.
They have a Facebook page?
The Elizabeth Dole Foundation has a Facebook page.
Okay.
Yesterday, it was announced that the Elizabeth Dole Act of 2022 was introduced. It is to create a system of transition for caregivers from the program of comprehensive care, which is the VA program, to establish a standardized assessment tool to address home and community-based services, to create a digital hub for resources, to expand VA home-based community services and level care inclusive language, to commission a report with recommendations on how VA might expand mental health services and support for the caregivers, to coordinate with VA nonprofits and veteran service organizations to address gaps in resources. And we're needing everybody to reach out and help support us with this, and to reach out to your congressman. There's more information on the Facebook page, on the Elizabeth Dole Foundation's page, so you can reach out to your local congressman or senator and tell them that you support military and veteran caregivers. We would appreciate that pass.
Oh, hello, Rems Family Farm. Welcome, Rems Family Farm.
So Major said, my take on PTSD. I saw that.
Yes.
I want to address that head on. So as far as the PTSD is concerned, I see that no different than a physical ailment. I want to make that, I really want PTSD destigmatized. I have a heart for people who are living with PTSD. I think it's one of the most misunderstood illnesses or injuries. I'm not sure which they consider it, but I think it's the most misunderstood. And I get very frustrated when people look down on somebody with it. And I think, I want our communities to start being kinder to people with PTSD and not be so judgmental. And that is coming from my perspective with it.
Yeah.
Well, you can have a car accident,
Yes.
or you could see a car accident
Yes.
and see something traumatic. It's just
Trauma.
sometimes it's from a physical injury to your brain, to your head, but other times it's things that you see,
Right.
Right.
something that you witnessed maybe as a child that you never got over. It could be trauma to you as a child that you never got over. There's a lot of other reasons rather than being in the military, which
Absolutely.
there's other situations in life that can cause a person to really have it. And
Well, can you
so
tell us what that stands for, Glenda?
Post-traumatic stress disorder. And I also want to say this. So PTSD affects the before we get started, I'm a caregiver. I am a business-minded brain person. I am not a doctor. I am not a mental health provider in any way, shape, or form. So what I'm going to say is from what I've learned. So that's just it. So I want you to do your own research. So let me make that very clear, okay? So my understanding of it, though, is that it affects the hippocampus part of your brain.
where's that?
Back up in here.
So there's an area in the back of your brain.
And
Okay.
if you have a SPECT MRI done, which looks at the blood flow of your brain, they can diagnose you with PTSD from that SPECT MRI. When they do it, is high blood flow. They can actually see it on an MRI. It is a physical thing in the brain. And sure, PTSD is memories and it affects a lot of things, but it also is a physical and it affects that hippocampus part of the brain.
I think that's something that we're just finding out, that
Yes.
that it actually is a physical, that it's
Yes.
physical, and that you can see it on this special
It's
SPECT MRI.
SPECT MRI, and I have actually seen it. You can look it up, SPECT MRI, type in PTSD, and you will see it, what it would look like.
So that's relatively new.
Yeah.
Relatively new technology.
Yeah, that's why I want people to start being kinder to people with PTSD, because it's not something that somebody that has it wishes that they had. They're not running around going, "Yay, I've got PTSD."
No.
Be kind. Be kind. We need a world full of kindness. And I'm just, I don't know, and not so judgmental.
Right.
So absolutely. So that's my take on it. And always, if you are suffering from PTSD, I highly recommend that you reach out to a medical provider. They can deal with it with counseling or medications. That I would suggest that you reach out and work with a provider and find out what's best for you. It's not always medications either, and it's not always counseling. Sometimes it's one or the other. Sometimes it's both. As long as you're taking care of you, it's most important.
So let me ask you, if there's an individual that's not been in the service, it's not service related, right? But they need resources to help them with their loved one. Who can they turn to?
So I was looking at the Easter seals is one that I would recommend.
Okay.
They have a lot of resources there.
The Easter seals.
Yep. Easter seals. And so does Rosalind Carter Institute. Now, I don't know in specific towards PTSD, but Rosalind Carter is another one that I'm familiar with.
Okay, so here's the Easter seals.
Yeah. So if you go under the our programs.
Okay.
And oh, you're already there. Yep. So they just kind of click there. I know, like with autism, I've seen things there. Just different, like a whole bunch of things. And of course, this is all in the United States. If you're watching from another country, you might want to look up, just kind of Google around and see what you can find within where your country.
Yeah.
But there are resources there. I mean, I think if you look around, you have to do some digging. But if you need help with your loved one, maybe you need help, and you're all alone, and you need resources.
Yes.
And depending on your age, I know there are a lot of senior citizen programs, aren't there, Lynn?
Yes, absolutely.
You're familiar with some of those, aren't you?
Well, can you help me with in relation to like
Say your mom before
right.
before we had
Yes.
to, before she went to the nursing home.
Okay, absolutely there are. You're right.
I mean,
Each community has resources usually, and it can be a visiting nurse that checks on. It can be, I'm not sure, but it may have to be doctor ordered. But once you talk with your physician, they usually can hook you up with physical therapy coming in the house if that's what they need. If they need daily chores, it's whatever your loved one. Yes, even in our community, there's when I was out in the community working, let's put it that way, we had a gentleman, a senior citizen gentleman at that time, who would come in the library and would just spend his time there for an hour or two and just read the newspapers and just be away from his situation, which
right.
he was a caregiver full time for his wife. And we had community volunteers. I mean, they're trained, but they come in and they will give you a break. They might come in 2 hours a week, and that would be your only 2 hours a week for him. That was the only time he could come in and just chill for a little bit. And I noticed him, we could set our clock, he would be there.
So something that we could do for someone else is just go and sit with their loved one, give them a break so that they can go get a cup of coffee by themselves or go shopping, you know what I mean, by themselves, where they can, right, Glenda. So, I mean, when people have done that for you, you really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I had surgery and, I didn't know what I was going to do about my husband. And my youngest came down from Indianapolis. That's where he was at. And he stayed he took me to the hospital in another town. And Lynn and her husband stayed with my husband. And that meant the world to me because that was like a huge struggle as a caregiver. What do you do with, I can't be everywhere. I can't do everything by myself. And sometimes the VA is just not going to help me with certain things. And having somebody to be able to say, hey, I need help, or, and help and having the family support, it just means the world to me. And even, so if you are a friend too, I mean, if you just know somebody, it's just those little things that I don't forget, that means so much to me.
I think churches a lot of times are there too. If you need help, you can always call. You can call it church. Sometimes they have programs or people that, could reach out. I think bigger churches.
Yeah,
and maybe larger. Right. If you are suffering from PTSD, or if you are having thoughts of suicide or self-harm, or if you are a caregiver and you're worried about a loved one, for the veterans and military side, the suicide hotline is the same number, but if you're military, it's option 1. The number is 1-800-273-8255. Make sure you guys have that number to call, and it's option 1 for military, veterans, or caregivers, and that number is 1-800.
Hold on, I'm going to type it.
Okay. 1-800-273-8255. And if it's military, veterans, or caregivers, it's option 1. I want everybody to have that number. Civilian, regular, it's just 800 number, but Make sure you have that. You don't know whose life you might save.
Right.
That number, please, please, please keep that number handy.
So
Would you give it to me? My number tab was off. 1-800
273
273
8255.
8255. Okay.
Option one, if you're military, veteran, or caregivers.
okay, so here is the Rosalind Carter Caregiver Institute. Now, is this for civilians?
Yes, they have different programs. Oh, my light went off. Yes, they have programs.
So this could be for both.
Yep.
It says, and so yeah, it says we provide caregivers of all ages, all backgrounds at every stage of their caregiving journey with free personalized one-on-one coaching and support that is anchored in the latest research and monitored for effectiveness. Our programs are designed to promote the health, strength, resilience of the caregivers we serve. So that is another great resource.
Yes.
So, you just have to kind of look around for them, don't you?
Right. So now, if you are a military or veteran caregiver, can you put up the next one? I'm sorry about my light. It went off.
The map, was it the map?
No.
Or the resource directory?
Resource directory. This is something that I, since we're on resources.
Sure.
I want to make sure that I share this out because, one of the things that I do is that I even find Wounded Warriors, and there's an actual physical book you can request. This is the online version. This is the Military Caregiver Support Book. This book is chopped full of resources. And you can find it. Do you have the online link?
No, I don't. Not accessible.
Okay. Let me see if I can pull this up online.
While you're there, Glenda, check out my last post.
Yes, I can see that. Yep, and I checked your number. Yep.
Thank you.
I'm gonna let me try to get that link, and then I'm gonna pop it into the chat to make sure that I have it. If you know somebody who's a wounded warrior, a caregiver, a family member I want you to share the resource out.
Or a friend.
If you know somebody in your church, please share this book out. I'm getting ready to pop it in real quick. Let me turn my volume off. I apologize. And here you go. Hopefully it went through.
Okay, caregiver resource directory. Great.
Okay, so there you go. So make sure that's shared out. When my kids were going to college, I used that because I found resources to help them to go to college because I can't afford to send my kids to college, to be perfectly honest with you. And so I found resources to help me with that. My husband was falling, and I needed help with taking care of a shower situation to make it safe for him to get in and out of the shower. And because he actually was falling on me and I was getting bruises. And so I found a nonprofit that was able to come in and put in a shower for him while he was gone. So it was less traumatic on him.
Yeah.
And so they did the whole renovation. In fact, I didn't even tell him that it was happening while he was in a hospital.
Yeah.
For a few months. I didn't even bother telling them when we were under renovations. And they came home and I'm like, ta-da! And he was just so happy because safety has been such a big thing, So
right.
I want to make sure that that's shared out.
Right.
Okay, and the last slide
or
thing to share here. Lastly,
I'll
share this out real quick. There it comes. And I'll have to kind of go around.
Okay, so this is the Military and Veteran Caregiver Experience Map. And this is put out by the Elizabeth Dole Foundation, and you can actually find this on the Elizabeth Dole Foundation. And it tells you basically what it looks like to be a caregiver, and you know what exactly we're experiencing as a person, and it's a revolving circle, by the way. And from personal experience, I have been around this circle several times, and I'm still going round and round and round and round and round. It is a loop-a-loo.
So it looks like the major topics on here are react, adjust, discover, prepare, rebalance, and thrive.
And you constantly are doing this, and it does not stop, because sometimes, these injuries bring on new challenges in life, and new they add on diagnosis, and as the body ages, these old injuries do not go well as the body ages. And so I'm constantly having to react to, okay, now we're having this problem.
Well, and actually this also applies to civilian life, because
absolutely. Absolutely.
And you can apply this to your your elderly parents. You can, I mean, and they don't have to be necessarily wounded, but maybe they don't remember, and the body's changing, and so you react to, like, now they're forgetting this, and it's kind of like, what's going on? I just told you that 10 times, right? So then you have to adjust to their new reality, is what we found out. They're not going to adjust to you. You have to adjust to their new reality.
Right.
Have you both read Barefoot Lass has a son-in-law with PTSD? He had quite a few of his men die in front of him, and then I want to go down.
Barefoot Lass, make sure that you share out or take down that Warrior Care DoD Live, that resource guide. Make sure you have that as a resource, and if you need anything, let me know.
Right.
Let me know.
Because he has terrible nightmares and wakes up swinging or screaming, and I think,
I actually know what that's like. Yeah, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is a challenge. Caregiving at any stage of life, civilian, military, whatever it be. A parent taking taking care of a child with MS, or what are the other physical issues? There's a ton of them.
I want to say that a few years ago, I was there, but I left. I think cameraman and I think all of us were at Walmart, is the deal. And I think it was around Christmas time. And cameraman and I left. And the two of you had a chance to talk to a gentleman there in Walmart. And you found out that he had some issues. And did you not have an opportunity to help? Could you share that? I mean, people are in the community, and you just right there in Walmart, you shared. I think your heart went out like boom, and then you said, you've got to talk to my daughter. And did this gentleman's life get a little bit better? Didn't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just saw something about the service dog.
He did. He did. And
he had a service dog, right?
Yeah, that's where the service dogs came in. And so they are really a blessing to have those dogs.
I am so sorry. I have an emergency, and I am going to have to cut it off. It's going to be okay, but it's to do with the service dog. And apologize.
Oh.
I am going to have to. Can we reschedule this another time?
Okay, hon. Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so we need to pray.
Let's pray right now.
Right.
Everyone out there, let's pray for Glenda. and this situation. Father God, we come to you in the name of Jesus and we lift up this emergency. Father, we know that you've got this. Hallelujah. And you're going to give them wisdom and you're intervening right now in this situation, Father. I thank you. In Jesus' name. We all agree.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen.
Type
Amen.
amen if you agree.
I agree.
I agree.
I agree.
Type an amen.
Well, and this is the challenges of being the head of the family.
Caregiver. As a family.
Caregiver. I mean, although with due respect to her husband, we believe, we give him as much and that's not taken away from him. But I mean, she has to do everything, and I mean everything, and
I can't speak for her, but I know that having the chickens has been a real blessing.
Oh, that was
I know that for you homestead that have chickens, of course, they use theirs for eggs,
Well, I was gonna say this, doing the gardening and the chickens and the woodworking and all the things that they do,
right,
that she does, that is her release. And everybody has to have something to be able to release that tension, whether it's just you take a walk every night, or you go out, you get away from your house for a little bit, go walk around, one of the stores, go to Walmart, walk to Dollar Tree, whatever. But everybody, you need to take a breath and take time for yourself, because I mean, in her case, she has to take time, because if you get sick, then it's kind of like when mom gets sick, when the kids are, little, mom still has to carry on and take care of the children and make sure they get to school and pack their lunches or whatever, modern mothers do. I mean, I'm talking about me, old-timey lady,
Make sure that they have their medications and
right. You still have to carry on. You have to still carry on. Well, I think right now we need to take a break. It's been a heavy discussion.
Major said it's been a little heavy, and
it's been a little heavy.
But
so I think
that it's been needed. There's a lot of resource here today.
Yeah.
In this world that we live in, there is a lot of opportunities for trauma.
Right. And unfortunately, you guys, we don't want more caregivers. So you got to pray for your country right now and the world.
Any country the world that you live in.
Yeah. And the world. Yes. But anyhow.
What time is it?
Huh? I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh. You lost me?
No, I just thought you'd go, what time is it?
Oh, what time is it? And what time is it?
Oh, ta-da, ta-da. It's snack time. We're going to have snacks. Okay, so we need a little music, too. Do we need a little music?
A little eating music?
Uh-huh. We need a little eating music.
Thank you.
Ooh, smooth. A little eating music. So I have a chocolate chip organic Simply Nature, and it is chocolate chip bar, 100 calories. I haven't had one of these in a while.
I'm having
crackle noises.
I'm having a Walmart lemon cookie.
Lemon cookie. Snack time.
Hello, Miss Erica.
Miss Erica. Whoops.
Miss Erica? Yep.
I dropped some in my coffee.
Oh, sushi. Lisa. Sushi.
You're having sushi?
No, yeah, she is. That sounds delicious. Sushi.
Hey, Lisa. They don't have snack time on Marfugal, do they? But we do. Next time you talk to Adam, You tell them you got to go over here and have snack time with the girls.
Oh, Barefoot Lass is having olive bread and butter. Ooh.
Ooh, that sounds really good. Mm. All right. We're just about to get through this thing. We got some other important business.
Oh, hang in there, everyone. Hang in there. This is some good. This is some good scoot your cookie music.
Yeah.
It reminds me of
Eat your cookie.
This reminds me of Marfugo music.
Yeah, he does his own.
He
sings.
So good though. It's so good though.
Boy, he is good. He's got a good voice.
And the music is mellow like this right now. Boy, I tell you what, I've been going in watching, other channels that I'm subscribed to that I know that you all.
I know. I was just gonna say, moderators, drop some links down in there to everybody that's been here today.
Oh,
we had Free Handily, Black's Tropical, Barefoot Lass, Lisa R. Hall, Grace and Fire. The major. Well, he doesn't have a YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, he does.
What?
You haven't been reading chat.
No, I have not been reading the chat. Major, you got a YouTube channel now?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
Barefoot, drop the link.
Oh, wow. Well, that leads right into the next little bit of business. Are you?
Bye, Frog Crochet.
Bye, Frog. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so next week, OMG. This one we might, I don't know. We may have to have censors watching us. Moderators are going to have to.
We have mods.
I know they're going to have to really watch because this could go.
Well,
who knows what direction this conversation, huh?
This week might have been more serious.
Oh, but next week.
Hang on there. Put your seatbelt on.
Hang on to your bippies. Welcome to the Ann Lynn Show. Whoops, that was the wrong one. Sorry. Here's the right one. Coming to the next all-new live, the Ann Lynn Show, we welcome the Major. Salute! He's a man of mystery. He hangs out all day with a plastic dog. He does have a witty sense of humor, and he's seen in chats from YouTube channel to YouTube channel all day long. Does this man ever sleep? And he's going to be our guest on Wednesday, March the 9th at 2 p.m. Eastern. Be here for an all-new live The Ann Lynn Show with the Major.
Major said, get our buzzers out.
Okay. All right, ready. All right, ready. One. Here we go. Aren't they terrible? Salute, Major. Salute. Big salute to Major. So he will be our guest.
He said he does not have a channel. He says, no, I don't. I don't have a channel. I don't.
You like the promo, Major?
How was the promo?
Did you like that? It'll be releasing on YouTube in a little while. I think I accidentally released it earlier. So we're going to do it again. Okay. Wow. Well, we have some time to fill.
Well,
you want to talk some more? What's going on in the chat? What have I missed? I missed a lot.
Missed a lot.
I know. I've missed a lot. Who's still here? Roll call.
Oh, I know. He said he emailed you a photo. I know.
He did. I got it. I got it just before we
That's right,
started.
Niecy. That's right, Niecy. We don't want to miss that for sure.
Oh no, it's gonna
Cameraman
be.
said he set his alarm.
Oh, let's do a roll call. Who's here?
Well,
I
we
see the
know
major.
Major's here.
Free
Cameraman.
Handily is here.
Right.
Cameraman's here. Who else is? Lisa, are you still here?
Well, there's several people, but some of
I
them
don't
might
know.
be
Who's
just
here?
watching.
Who's here?
They may just be watching.
Say hello. Say hello in the
Oh,
chat.
I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay, good. I think I'm good. Well, do you need to check on Glenda's situation and
I
go?
will in a little bit. I will.
Okay.
We prayed.
We prayed, so everyone, yes.
I mean, we prayed, right? And so I will check in a
Absolutely.
little while. She'll let me know. Lisa's still here. Good, good, good. Lisa,
Right.
do you have a wrench? I wanted to see. Do you have a wrench?
Yes.
Okay, Lisa has a wrench.
Yes.
Okay.
For handling Maid, Lisa, Barefoot,
Okay.
they're all here.
Okay, very, very, very good.
Miss Kay had to go pick up her daughter early from school today.
Oh, okay.
Today was an early day.
Early day. Well, we're still here.
We are.
We are still here. And so anywho, so today I rearranged my attic to try to get a different view.
Let me look here.
Oh, it's the same right now. I just moved some stuff around, but I actually physically moved it around, and I really liked it. And I thought it was going to be okay, but then when I went to do some like test videos, every time I like brought another tab up, and the screen would be real bright, and it was too bright on my face, and I can't figure out how to counterbalance that light. Lighting is like so important, and I had such a hard time. So at 12:30, at 12, I was moving it all back, and then I thought, well, I'll change things around here a little bit.
Well, I see the anchor is over to your side.
Yes, now. I've got my anchor.
Your anchor was on your stack of books.
Bibles. Yes, it was. That's our anchor. Look what I brought up, Lynn.
Hold on. The clock?
Yeah.
Yes. Now, how old is that clock, and who gave it to you?
Oh, boy. You gave it to me.
Yeah. Whoa, my hair. I'm having the bang ding. The bang.
So you gave this clock to me for my birthday.
Yes.
It's
how many
old.
Years
ago?
35? Oh, more than that. More than that.
Let's see. It was probably around 1988.
I would say even before that, maybe.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anyway, how many years is 88? 34?
I was going to get my calculator for that. So it's 2022 minus 1988. 34 years.
Give or take a few years.
Yeah, 34 years.
I know, I'm bummed out too that Barefoot Lass has to miss us next week with the
my goodness, Barefoot. Well, you know us, we'll be on for a while, so
I know.
we may be on when you come back, right? So check and see if we're still on the air. No 88 years. 34 years. Yeah, 34 years.
That's right.
We're old.
Sure.
Older. I know.
I'm going to say it in French. Oh, duh.
Well, that don't sound so bad.
Oh, duh. That's right.
Yeah, it don't sound so bad.
No, today was a busy day. Had to go and get my blood drawn for my VA appointment, and then I got 2 shots, and I had needle day today. That was
Needle day.
3 of them. That was
Well,
okay.
Do you know what time I got up today? I
I'll
woke up and
say
I couldn't
4
go
o'clock.
back to sleep. Take a
4
guess
o'clock.
what time I got up.
4 o'clock.
Yes, 4 a.m. I woke up at 4 a.m. wide awake, even before Dave gets up, and he gets up at 4:30 every day to go for work. And so, what do you do? So I got myself together and went downstairs and started in on coffee and watching
Wow.
TV
Wow.
and threw some laundry in, and I had some other things I needed to do. And so anyhow, here I am. But yeah,
Mhm.
anybody
Oh,
watching any good series on Netflix or Prime? Anybody? Anybody watching any good shows
TV.
right now? Huh? What?
Anybody watching TV? They may
Well,
not
we
be watching television, you
well
know.
we have been watching Star Trek on Paramount. I think it's Paramount. Paramount
Okay.
has a lot of good series, and so we're working on that, and
Okay.
that was good. It's really
Okay.
I like if you're a Trekkie. I
Right.
don't know if I can do it, but I am a Trekkie.
You like Star Trek.
Yeah. Oh, barefoot. You don't have a TV? You can get an app on your telephone, actually.
Whoa. I just got a splinter off of my desk. That's not
Uh-oh.
nice. That wasn't nice, was it?
Well, Lynn, have you got anything else to say?
No, I think um no.
No. Well, we want to end this show. I do. I will say that I did hear from her. I heard from her, Glenda, and everything's fine. So it's going to be okay. She has to take care of something, but it's
Good.
good. So
Guys.
we're going to end on a good note,
Yes.
and I hope that everybody will subscribe to her channel,
Yes.
Grace and Fire,
Because
and
she enjoys putting content out.
she does. It
And
really.
just remember, you're helping her and you're enjoying her. I know. I mean, she has great content, and I know
Well,
that you're enjoying her. But
yes, and we want everybody to support all of our great channels.
absolutely.
We have a lot of wonderful channels in our community,
Uh-huh.
and our community just gets bigger and bigger. And let's see, where's my book? Let me tell you. We're going to have some more first timers on
I
our show. And so next week we know is the Major. And after that, our Jewish friend over in Israel, Yossi,
see.
will be back. And then on the 23rd of March, we have Yogi Hollow and that homestead, right?
Yes.
Yogi Hollow. And
Yes.
then Countrywide Family Farm. Oh, Courtney,
Oh,
that's going to be fun. That's going to be, if you watch the Countrywide, WHYDE, Family Farm, they
mhm.
have the poop troop. And so we're going to try to see if we can get to be a part of it because they have a
Oh,
lot of
I
fun
will
over
say
there.
this. I will
Huh?
say this. I know that our dear friend Casey over at Ormsby Farms, they are really going to town on getting their homestead,
Oh,
ready to go over there.
oh
And
yeah.
I've been keeping up with Casey and his family.
They-
Also, Country Mama Musing, Alicia, she and Papa Jim were on Saturday morning, and I they're going to start taking adventures, and you can join. It's $5, and you can join over at her channel. And what it is, she's
I'm
going
going to
to
pull it up. I'm going
okay,
to pull
they're
it
going
up.
to send out postcards from their adventures. So I signed up because they're going to be taking a big adventure in July.
And they're going
And
to be taking that stuffed dog with them.
right, it's naming their hot dog weenie dog over there. You can
Yeah. Let's see
submit
if I
a
can.
name. Uh-huh.
I'm going to see if I can
Oh,
find
and
it.
if for those that like to crochet, she started the new series over there on crocheting. So
Well,
you know,
I'll just
mm,
I'm just going to pull her up.
Everyone's got something really neat going on with their channel, and I enjoy watching
They
all
do.
of your channels. That's
Well,
right.
we do too. I do too.
I mean, Freehandling Maid. I mean, each
Oh,
one.
yes.
Gail, come on, Southern Living, and she started. She renamed a third channel, and I'm telling you, yes.
Look, so here is Country Mamas. It's not going to, let's see. If I go full screen, I won't be able to show. Well, I'll try it. I wanted to show all these other ones too. I won't be able to come back to it. Here's Coupon Gales. Coupon Gale. Let's see.
It's yeah.
There's Dave's Gaming Cave.
There you go. Barefoot Lass. Oh my God.
There's our bones.
Right.
Boop boop. There's our bones. And let me go back to the top. My goodness. Huh?
Okay, just shout them out today.
There's Hooga. Yeah, we're going to do channel shouts out. Everybody make sure. Hooga Homestead. Hooga. She's at 57 subscribers. Can we not do better than that?
Out some. Right.
Come on, you guys. Subscribe to Hooga Homestead. And then we are going to have Access Through Christ coming on. Yes. I think it's in April. Access Through Christ. Okay. Of course, we love our Alaska Prepper.
Absolutely.
Yeah, our Alaska Prepper.
Great content.
And Dale Homestead.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Yes.
I know it.
And RE55. He's not been here. I wonder what's going on. I need to see how he's doing.
I've seen him in a few chats lately, but different times, different time frames.
Okay. AZ Homestead, Highland Homestead.
Right. Oh, there's our Barefoot. Show the last. Yeah.
There's our Barefoot Lass.
Look right down there. Look there. DIY. Replace a toilet fill valve. And she had a really neat tip at the end.
Yes. Hers are always great. She did the smoothie challenge. Yes. She has great fun stuff. She does fun stuff.
We have I see Black's Tropical.
There's Black's Tropical.
Blackberry Rock Homestead. I mean, I know Blue Farm was here last week.
Yes. Bland's Promised Land. This is a new one to us.
Yes.
Blue Farm. We had them on. They were fun. What a nice family. And then there's our Bones.
Yeah.
And then let's see. Go down
here.
You got
CJ Blaze.
CJ Blaze. If you don't know CJ, she does a lot of cool.
Absolutely.
She does a lot of cool stuff. Conquest Josh.
Yes.
We love our Conquest. I hope I'm not missing anybody. We did those. Did that. Let's see. Dex J.
Yeah, we love her. Hey, go up one above Dex J. Dear. There's Dear Memo.
Mama's just getting started. Just getting started.
Yeah.
But you can subscribe to Dear Mama. And there she is. She's got a few. She's got some stuff out there you can watch.
To Elaine Jackson. Oh, I love our
Elaine. Yes.
Out great. Hey, on Monday she does motion. Help me out, motivated Monday.
Motivational Monday.
Thank you.
There's our Niecy.
Yes.
And then we've got our Gail.
Yes.
Happy Hippie. Happy Hippie Crochet. We love you, Happy Hippie. There's Grace and Fires.
Yeah.
There's hers. Let's see. Homesteading in the Heartland.
Yes, we miss our gal there.
I know. Oh, here's her other Hooga. I had the wrong one. Yeah. Here's Hooga. Right. 262. Okay. Oh, good. I love to crochet.
Yes.
I love to crochet. Let's see. And let's see. There's J Stone 78.
782.
I know. I wish she'd come in the chat sometime.
Right.
I miss her. Kevin Fugo fan. He's been, yes, that's our Fugo fam.
And there's
King Poobah. That's part of he's the husband. He's the husband of Wide Family Farms. Yes. And then we have Cheryl's Organic Food, Forest and Products. Lisa R. Hall did her first live this week. Woohoo! And she did a great job. And then we go down to our Marfugal Jams news. You want to be subscribed to Marfugal TV. Keep
Right.
you in the news. If you don't want to watch TV news, you can watch him.
We are missing T. Racy today. Yes.
We are.
And, yeah.
Here is our Ormsby.
Anyway, if we missed, we're sorry. We love each person. Absolutely.
City plays here.
Okay.
Whoops.
Get this bread. Scream, let's get this bread. Scream, let's get this bread. Scream, let's get this bread.
Oh my goodness.
Scream, let's get this bread. Move like the walking dead. She want me to go to bed. I'd rather get bread instead. Count it while I'm asleep. In love with Sarah. Let's get this bread. Scream, let's get this bread. Scream, let's get this.
Oh. Freehandly Maid said, I love to crochet is my dear friend Tank.
Oh,
she
well, and there are so many other.
We'd be on here all her birthday.
Yeah,
yesterday, so.
But
did you?
Oh, you're welcome, Lisa. No problem. I'm glad you were able to get up, and I knew you could do it. It's easy.
She was wonderful.
Well, there are so many other channels out there. I hope we haven't. I know that we've missed some because I stopped. But we try to show support and love to all these other channels. We want to lift each other up. We don't do no bad stuff. We don't put up with any backstabbing or anything. We want to lift everybody up because we got enough of that in the world. We don't need it in our YouTube communities, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Major is going to sit right in his chair till next week.
Well, okay. Okie dokie.
I have to say something. This is going to be one great time that I'm glad we don't have smell-o-vision.
Oh.
No smell-o-vision. Not if he sits there a week.
Oh, I didn't know if it was you or him.
Well, if anybody sits there a while.
Oh, yeah.
What can
I think you better get up and move around a little bit, Major, and, make sure you're all nice and spiffied up. Get all spiffied up. We'll be spiffied up. You got to get, spiffied up there.
Oh,
Major.
Lisa, that was funny. I have to say that, oh, you shouldn't. Yeah. on her live, we're discussing a couple things here.
Oh, we discuss it all on this channel.
No, on her live.
Oh.
She had fun over there the other day.
Yes. You could tell it was funny. It was fun, and everybody that came into Lisa's chat was having a lot. It was fun. So, and that's what we like. We like fun. We want to have fun, don't we, Lynn? We want to have fun. Don't girls just want to have fun?
Or that, or fun till their daddy takes the keys away.
T-bird away.
Yeah.
Yeah. We want to have fun. I
don't know what. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, thank the Lord he was able to get back in. Yay! Yay!
Well, I think we'll just do a little music.
Okay.
And start winding her down.
All right.
And we want you to know that you guys really
back.
Huh?
We will have Glenda back.
Oh yeah. We got through the bulk of her stuff.
We just didn't get to have the fun.
Yeah, we didn't get to have fun.
But
everything is fine. It's okay. But she had to go take care of it. So I told you. We prayed.
That's right.
Right? You gotta have confidence in your prayers. Believe.
Put our email in. Drop our email.
Okay.
If you need prayer today, drop us an email. We'll put you on the Ann Lynn prayer list, which we pray over every day. I know Ann does, and I do.
Got a big long
If there's
2-pager. It's getting
Right.
bigger.
if there's special requests during the day or night, Ann calls me and we pray right then. If it's 10:30 at night, we pray. So we do love you. We love each one of you. You are valuable and precious to us, aren't they, Ann?
Yes.
You know, you could drop our P.O. box. You know, I have something to say.
What have you?
I was in the town. The P.O. box is in that town. Says
Yeah.
I was there today, but let me tell you what. I didn't even check the post office because we haven't been getting anything.
I know there haven't been any love notes for Mama.
Nothing.
No love letters to Mama.
You know, other channels have mail call. Not Ann and not Liz.
I know we don't get mail.
No, we don't. And another thing. I only have one sticker from Country Mama Musing. One.
Me too. Me too.
I'd like to have
Well, I'll gotta back it up. The Happy Hippie Crochet ladies did send us some wonderful things.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about the past.
But we're talking
my God,
snail. We're
cards.
talking letters, mail,
Yeah,
cards.
Like, how you doing? That's what I mean. Oh, are you kidding me? Orange Tree Farms.
We got a lot of Christmas cards this
Christmas
past.
cards. I don't
Yes.
do that, but like, just say like, oh no.
And send us a postcard and we'll show it.
I'm not sure how much these are anymore each. I know it's expensive, but we'd like to have a mail call, you know, once in a while.
Yeah. Mail call.
Oh, Snafu, I miss you. I hope you tune in and watch the replay.
Yes, I hope so. Well, on that note, I think we'll say goodbye to everybody.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here today. I gotta turn it down.
Well, chill out. Oh, thank you, Major. Monday through Friday, God's promises for you.
Yep, just for you. So, guys, we'll see you next week with the Major. I guess I could show that one more time just to be sure everybody knows. Coming to the next all-new live, The Ann Lynn Show, we welcome the Major. Salute! He's a man of mystery. He hangs out all day with a plastic dog. He does have a witty sense of humor, and he's seen in chats from YouTube channel to YouTube channel all day long. Does this man ever sleep? And he's going to be our guest on Wednesday, March the 9th at 2 p.m. Eastern. Be here for an all-new live The Ann Lynn Show with the Major. Get your ink pens ready for next week. Gotta have your ink pens, Lynn.
Oh.
Gotta have your ink pen. Gotta have ink pens ready for next week and give him a big salute.
Nisi just subbed over to Dear Mamaw. Thank you.
Oh, cool. Yeah, check out Dear Mamaw.
Oh, thank you. Very good. Thank you.
See, I've been telling her to get with Mamaw because we need more.
Why don't you put Mamaw on the schedule? What day can you do you have a calendar date?
Man, it's gonna be May.
When can we see May? Oh, May.
Yeah.
Okay, mark your calendars. What do you have open for Mamaw in May?
Well, May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Do you think she'll understand that one?
Are you like saying that would be a confirmed?
Oh, yes, I'll confirm Mamaw at 2 o'clock. The Ann Lynn Show on May the 4th.
Yeah, okay. Okay, that's a big Star Wars day. So she better
Maybe
get
she'll dress up for Star Wars Day.
that would be awesome. She could have her little buns on each side of her head.
You know, she's got a lightsaber.
Yes. Well, it will be May 4th, and that's May the 4th be with you. That's kind of something that, the last several years, every May 4th, I usually text my stepson and tell him, May the 4th be with you. And he gets a bang out of it, that I remember that. And I'm like,
Wow.
yeah, I like Star Wars too. I like all those.
Let me hold on. I want to guess
Okay.
what before we
Okay.
go. We're just sharing the family, aren't we? Your family
Yes.
out there.
Yeah.
Today is the 2nd. Yay. Before I see you next Wednesday, cameraman and I are going to get to see our grandchildren at a concert.
Wonderful. We'll have a great time.
Woo-hoo!
Woo!
We
Well,
get to
that's
spend time with
wonderful.
our grandchildren and see their concert.
Wow. That's
I know.
fabulous.
I think that's just like woo.
Well, good for you. I'm happy. I'm happy for you. Whoop whoop. So everybody, thank you so much for being here today.
Yes.
I hope that you'll come back next week and we will have fun with the major.
That's right.
But until then, bye-bye. Granny kisses.
Bye.
Benny kisses.